Hi, this is Kyle Barton with BB Custom Tools, and in this video we're going to be putting the seat drilling guide through its paces. We're going to be drilling and reaming a leg hole, as well as drilling all the spindle mortises in the spindle deck of the seat blank. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, for the sake of time, all these videos are going to be sped up, as you can see. So here I am setting up the seat drilling guide to drill this leg hole, and I have the drill bit in place, and there we go, we are drilling. Next up, we're going to clean that up and go ahead and put the reamer in there. This reamer is by Sean Murphy, and you can pick one up at SeanMurphyWindsorChairs.com. Does a fabulous job of reaming the hole, and you can do it in all one step. Drill the leg hole and ream. Next, we're going to be seeing how we did. We put in a dummy leg here, and this is supposed to be at 16.5 degrees, so we set our sliding bevel square up and lock that down, and let's see exactly how we did. And we're supposed to be right there at 16.5 degrees, and there we are, right on the money. So next up, we are drilling the top side of the seat blank. We're drilling the spindle deck. So this is for a balloon back chair. So the first thing we're going to be drilling is the through holes for the bow, and those are at again 16.5 degrees. So we got that one done. We put in the angle gauge, get that set up, and go ahead and verify that and lock the seat drilling guide down, and we're ready to drill the second hole there. Just want to verify that, make sure nothing moved, and there we go, drilling that through hole. Now next up, we're going to be drilling the spindle deck, but before we do that, we're going to see how we did. Like I said, these are supposed to be at 16.5 degrees, so we take our sliding bevel square and put it up to our dummy post, I guess, at this point, and there we are. We go ahead and see how we did. It's supposed to be right there, and there we are, right at 16.5 degrees. So we take that out, and now we're gonna do the other side and see if that matches, and yes, it does, it matches. So next up, here we are drilling the spindle mortises. So first up is the, I guess you would call it the number 4 mortise, and this one is at 11.5 degrees. Again, I'm using the stop collar there. You can see on this 1/2-inch bit, and that stop collar again is by Sean Murphy. You can pick those up also at SeanMurphyWindsorChairs.com. Next up is the number 3 mortise here, and that is at 8.5 degrees. So we drill that one, and just like the other ones, it goes off without a hitch. Now I'm taking a chisel here just to remove some of the fuzz. This is some old poplar, and it's a little fuzzy on the entrance, but take a little chisel and remove that fuzz just so it doesn't interfere with anything. And this is the number 2 spindle at 8 degrees, and it's just that simple. And now we're moving on to the number 1 spindle, and that is at 7.5 degrees. So use our angle gauge, set that up, lock that down, and here we go, drilling that. Now right here, I am going for a little wire tie just to clean out the stop collar between the flutes, make sure there's no gunk in there, and we drill that out. And it's a bunch of rinse and repeat. So now we move down the other end. So we're drilling now the number 3 spindle on the other side at 8.5 degrees. Or I'm sorry, the number 2 spindle at 8 degrees. And just like that, there we go. And again, I'm using a little wire tie just to clean out between the flutes, and the chisel there just to remove the fuzz from the top of that poplar seat. And now we're moving on to the number 3 spindle at 8.5 degrees. And we got that one drilled out. And lastly, to the number 4 spindle at 11.5 degrees. So get the angle gauge in there, set that up, and clamp the seat drilling guide down. Take the angle gauge out and drill the hole. And there we go. That's just how easy it is to get the complete spindle deck drilled out. Now, of course, this is sped up. In actual time, that took me about 20 minutes, and that was with me filming this. If I wasn't filming it, it'd probably be a lot faster. And once again, we're going to go ahead and see how we did and put a dummy spindle in there. Move our sliding bevel gauge up to it, and this one's supposed to be at 7.5 degrees, and there we are at 7.5 degrees, just like that. So it's absolutely, this system is just so easy to use and so accurate. Now move on to the next one, and that one is supposed to be at 8 degrees. So lock our sliding bevel down, and let's see how we did. We're supposed to be right there at 8 degrees, and there we are, right on the money, 8 degrees. And next, 8.5 degrees. So let's take that, lock that down, and there we go, 8.5 degrees. And how do we do? Of course, right on the money. And last but not least, the number 4 spindle, and that's at 11.5 degrees. So move that there, and we're supposed to be right there at 11.5 degrees. And again, that's just how easy it is to use this. So for more information, please visit our website. That's bbcustomtools.com. And thanks again for watching.